manager here. I'm speaking now so that we know that you can actually hear. Tom Busby is going to take over in just a few minutes. I'm Chuck Crow over at DTI. And I want to go ahead and welcome everybody in. And if you could tell us where you're coming in from, that gives us kind of an idea of who we're talking to. We always like to know that as we go into these presentations. So let's see, we're coming in from Louisville. You see that Adam has just put the link up there for Tom's YouTube as well as Telegram for those of you who'd like to get the morning updates. Mason coming in from Iraq. Okay. We got Minnesota. We got Texas in the house. So we're getting the Midwest, Metro Atlanta. Metro Atlanta making news these past couple of days, early voting. Sam from Hoover, good to see you again. Let's see, we got California, Virginia in the house, Memphis, Tennessee. Man, you guys are coming in from all over the place. Sarasota, Florida. Nigel, how'd Sarasota deal with the weather events? I don't think I've talked to you since those hurricanes flew in. And St. Augustine. You got hit bad, but you're logged in right now, so I assume things are starting to get repaired. Sound is working in Massachusetts, Packer country, and we are all over the map. So a lot of things happening with the market. You're in the midst of earnings season. We really kicked it off. I think actually, did Alcoa report today? That's used to be the official kickoff to earnings season. Of course, now it's starting a little bit earlier with their financials on that last Friday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, not so much Columbus Day on Monday because we obviously it was a bit of a holiday, so not a big schedule. But the past 2 days, we have seen that larger schedule. And we have seen, and let me just reiterate for those of you who were missing earlier, we've seen on Monday a big rally in the market. On Tuesday, a retracement of that rally. And here on Wednesday, earlier today, we saw a retracement of the retracement. Interestingly enough, we get the market to a level that is about halfway between the high of the week and the low of the week. 58.50 the low of the week, 59.1850 the high of the week. That midpoint between those two numbers, 58.84 quarter. We opened tonight at 58.8275, right around that level. Overnight high 58.8475, that 84 level. I think probably pivotal. I'd like to see how the market develops. We talked a little bit about the fact that most of our earnings have focused on financials, and that's why you see the Dow and the S&P performing one way, and the NASDAQ maybe not keeping up with that same movement. Now, that's just for this week. The NASDAQ has been performing incredibly for the year because, as we all know, when those tech stocks start reporting earnings, generally we get a lot of good news out of them. So as we shift the earnings focus into the technology, we'll probably see a little bit more development. But why are those markets up and these aren't? Well, there's reasons for that. And those are some of the reasons, as I said earlier. If you want to join the YouTube channel, which Adam has posted in here graciously for you guys, as well as the slides. Find out a little bit about how we look at markets and what we're trying to figure out. You can see with the YouTube channel, get weekly free education from Tom. That's always a great tool. Not to mention, you can, we are streaming live on YouTube right now, aren't we, Adam?
It is, but I also forgot to say that Tom's now doing early morning news reports live on YouTube only. So,
Oh, wow. That's great. So that's going YouTube. Because I know that we typically get in Telegram, we get a lot of early morning information from Tom.
now his YouTube is going to be for his news reports that come out at 8:30 Eastern, so he can be on there live with them.
Oh, great. Great. So if they're on Telegram and YouTube, Telegram will tell them when to go to YouTube and boom, get going. Is that Is that
And
fair?
YouTube will give you a notification that he's live. So
Oh, there you go. So you don't even, yeah, you got everything all set up. So,
Brandon, it's not daily. It's just depends on the news report. Maybe
yes,
Tom. And what was the last one you did? The
some some days are busier than others. Obviously, Monday morning there was not much going on. Monday morning, the interest rates markets were on holiday. No real earnings reports. I don't think we had any economic news reports. It's big because it was the start of the week, but basically, we're just, what do you need to know? Well, maybe not a whole lot, but uh, there are a couple mornings that we might need a little bit more information. I know the past 2 days we've had early news, so
for the
how
last
that
one
plays
was
out.
the last one was the CPI news, and then before that it was the employment report. So
Right, right,
about once a week.
and coming up, not this week, but I believe next week we'll have PCE, so that's going to be a big event. And I'm just trying to run back through the news items that we got. But if you guys take a look at the news schedules, you can generally see when there is going to be a big ticket item. And if we've got a read on that big ticket item, I'm sure that Tom would be more than happy to share it with you guys. That's the way that works. So keep an eye out, be ready. And let's see. Uh, so we got a few questions about where you see certain things, and I'm going to leave that to the experts. I will tell you though that the market and the earnings season and everything that goes into it, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat waiting for the other shoe to drop. I don't know about you, Tom, but this market, when we see the financials, they're doing pretty well, right? We get that bounce back in the Dow and the S&P, kind of breaking even. Nasdaq's trailing a little bit, but as we start getting some of these big tech earnings, what are we expecting to see from the market? And we're
Testing
gonna,
1, 2, 3. Can you hear me, Chuck?
yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
Yeah, and I'm glad Adam brought that up because sometimes we put this slide here, the Telegram. You ought to join Telegram. We've got a free program in Telegram called T-Buzz TV, but we got a program in there that I'm very proud to say that it's one of my favorite things because I can reach out to you like Chuck had described early in the morning and have a good foundation start your day. And that's called T-Buzz TNT.
I
And
read
then,
that every morning to prep whatever I'm looking at in the market. That is like the first thing I do in the morning is read T-Buzz TNT.
yeah, and we're over 20,000 views now, 20,800. We just started this thing and it's growing, but it's quality stuff. It's not a bunch of BS. It's really things that's going to help you become a better investor and trader. I'll have some seasonality in there eventually. I'll have some different things. We'll organize things, but the new feature in YouTube is I decided there's 5 big reports a month, and one is the unemployment report, and the second biggest usually is CPI, especially with everybody worried about inflation. Of course, you got PPI, as Chuck said, you had PPE, and then you also have GDP. So you got about 5 reports, but you have other news items that gets people attention. You have 8 Fed meetings a year. 8 Fed meetings a year. And if you ever been with me on a Fed meeting, I did it for what, 20 something years, guys? And then all of a sudden I quit doing it because I said I've done my service to the Fed, but then I got drawn back in because in 30 minutes, I can share information with you that you can't find in the textbook about the Fed. And so those Fed meetings, I'm going to do it through YouTube. So it's a good way for you to get to YouTube and see that kind of stuff. So you ought to join YouTube. That's number one. And Telegram also, because hand in hand, you get to know who I am and how I think. But I try to start like on Sunday night with a plan, and I update that plan every morning through my channels, the different channels I have. if you not a subscriber, the best way to start is T-Buzz TV. I've been doing it for 5 years now. We got quite a group of people in there. I hope to grow it also, but there's just only one thing one guy can do, and try to do it. But Adam will remind me, hey, you got to do your video. I do a video every morning, and in that video, I give you a pivot number, and we got a white paper that gives you a layout of how to use pivots and other things that we just give to you because we want you to succeed. And it's quite a foundation we put together over the years, because I think, we've seen just how difficult it is sometimes to do some of this stuff and how you do it and all that. But that's a new feature, as Adam was correct to point out. Get signed up in YouTube, and the next time I do an event, you'll get notified. Nobody has to call you or anything. And if you pull out a news calendar, you'll see most times I look at those big events, that'll be there, and then be other times the schedule permits. And one of my subscribers, Henry here, really, keeps me informed on YouTube. He tells me how many views and how many people's in there and all that. He knows that YouTube pretty well. And so it's pretty nice to be able to look at all this. But I got to tell you a little bit about this week. I don't know if you know this or not, but Monday and Tuesday, I was teaching a class face to face. And I had some great people there. And there's one just signed in, Rob. And I think that's nice of you to say, Rob. But here's the stats on that class. We traded, we trained, we had fun, we talked, we got to know each other. But here's the real test of how good the class was. Every person in that class, 100%, wanted me to have another class with them later on down the road. So we set one up for January 6th. And 100% of people signed up for that class. That ought to tell you how valuable it is to be face-to-face. Plus, I like doing it. And the environment that we're doing it in, I've never had an environment like this to do these classes. People love it. We're doing it inside what's known as the plantation here in Ponte Vedra, where I'm a member and I live. And boy, what a fun couple of days to get together. And I don't think I'm overstating that when 100% of the people signed up for the class coming in January. They travel, they get here, and they get things, and it makes them better traders. And I was also at that class able to introduce a new feature in the roadmap, and I'll talk more about it maybe tomorrow or next day, but it's called Genesis. And so it is a game changer. A game changer, right, Rob? It's a game changer. Clearly, it takes your education, if you're new, on a fast track. And it's inside the roadmap software. And so I think Friday they'll be able to start downloading it for customers. It's pretty cool stuff. Anyway, nice. But we were talking at this class, and to a man and woman, they said, Tom, you never talk about what they think is one of the great things that I started, and it's called Power. And I'll get into that after I get through my slides. But Power is a program designed to teach you the discipline, teach you the consistency, to give you trade rules, entry, exit, and use an option. So it's for anybody that trades options that's not empowered, they're missing the boat, because we really, Jeff and I both we're talking about how this one program, we've learned more from it than anything else, and I'll be talking about that in a little bit. So we'll get in there. But let me get through my slides, and I had a great time. I got tired. It's tiring when you stand on your feet all day talking about something you love to talk about, which is the market. But anyway, you got the link. And Adam, thank you for mentioning that because I forgot all about the fact that YouTube's now got speed wheels on it. Okay. Now is risk involved in trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Do your due diligence. Former Air Force officer allows me to think strategically and tactically. Rochelle just piped in, said, I was at that class. Everything he said was just great. Thanks, Rochelle. Active trader since the 70s, former member of Chicago Mercantile Exchange, worked with students since 1996. Now, DTI, we master the markets, and we don't say this lightly. We master the markets through education. I believe in education. I always tell people to educate themselves. When people struggle with what I do, it's because they're not putting the time and effort in it. It's not our information. Nobody compares to it, but they're not putting the time and effort to learn. You got to learn. Training and experience will help you. Now, at the class, I keep coming back to the class because I learned from the students myself. So I went around and I said, hey, why are you motivated to travel down here? What are you trying to do to spend this money and be part of what I do? Every one of those said they're chasing income. And I thought, income? I always think about speculation, but they were talking about income. But on the way home, I got to thinking about that. Most of the people that's probably in here had a career, maybe retired, but they're thinking about what they're going to do to cover expenses, which never slow down, correct? Never slow down. And so I said, how would y'all like me every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday between 9:30 and 10 to do an income trade right in TNT? I can do it. Jonathan can post it at 9:30 to 10 where you got a trade ticket on it. And so far, we started this week. Did anybody make those income trades? I know the people in the class did, but type your name in. I'd like Adam. Mark did. Bingo, winner. David, yes. Let everybody see how many people's benefiting from this income trade. I'm going to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday between 9:30 and 10. It's a new feature I've added, something new for TNT. Scott did it. Winner twice. Yep, I did it. I wish y'all could see what they're typing, but will this help everybody here if I do this and keep doing it? Wade typed in, absolutely amazing. Jim said, oh yeah, I picked up that income. So basically, I've taken upon myself to add this every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So that's in TNT. That's a paid subscription for $200 a month. But I say it's scholarship time in there because that's not the only thing I do. But you ought to get part of it and learn. This education big time. I do a couple times a week. I do a little futures education too. In at night. Okay. Barbara says, what does it involve? Barbara, are you here to learn how to make money? Hey, Laura. I want Barbara to answer. Are you here to make money, Barbara? She says, yes. Well, the trades can be done for as little as $100, Barbara, or up to $10,000, whatever you want to do. They're income trades. Jim says, I've made money on every one of those trades. Thank you, Jim, for saying it. Rick says he can lose money without any help. Glenn says, I'm VIP, I'm on scholarship. Way to go, Glenn. Anyway, I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this, but tomorrow morning, between the hours of 9:30 and 10, I'll be putting out another income trade. Yeah, there are options, Barbara, on stock, options on stocks and indexes. Stock and indexes. Simple, straightforward. Now, here's a trade we did today. We sold it at 17 cents and we bought it back at 11. We had 7% return on our risk. Right there. That was a trade we did today. That was a trade we did today. Yesterday, I think we made 15 cents, something like that. Anyway. There you go, Mike. There it is. Pays you to be remembered, David said. Think y'all funny. Anyway, that was a trade we did today. In my opinion, and Rochelle's here, she was at the class. She said the only way she can describe anybody not a member of TNT is they're just crazy. They need to get a psychological exam. Is that right, Rochelle? That's what you said? They're crazy if they're not a member of that, right? That's what you said. I thought it was funny. Anyway, market. There's one date I've been telling everybody all month long. Everybody remember what that date is? It's still intact. October 21st. Don't forget that date. October 21st. That's a big date in the market. Seven Sisters right now, you got the E-mini almost 22% at 19%. Dow, all the indexes are up. Gold is up 30%. I'm long gold. I got a trade. I taught some futures people how to make a couple $100 a night on that one. It was easy. It was simple. Crude's down 1. Bonds are down 2. Now, the 10 tickers is a program that I put together on Sunday night where I pick 10 tickers out for you. And I say, these are the tickers. If they go above these numbers, sometimes it's below, I say, get long. Well, DJT was one of those tickers Sunday night. Did anybody make money on DJT this week? We only had 3 days. Has anybody made any money on the 10 ticker program? John says yes. Jim, yep. Stock went to 35. Sold off real hard, came back up today at 32. How about my 25-cent traders or my 10-cent traders? Anybody make any money on that trade I did, Fine Time for a Dime? Roger says, yes, I did. This is what I love hearing. Y'all just making my night, folks. Keep y'all on that Zeta. I got it above 35. It might do it. Barry said he got $500 off that one. Way to go. Can anybody do my, let me ask people that have been this part of my programs and stuff. Can anybody do the trades that I give? Are they overly complicated? Can anybody do those trades? Simple. Jim says simple. Thank you, Jim. Bob says his account's up 2,000. He was at the class. It opened your eyes, didn't it? He's a doctor that's retired trying to supplement his income. Is up 9,000 the past 2 days. Pretty good stuff. DJT, there's that 40% return. I did also got in that one 25 cents. Not bad. DJT, that's another one I did, 19%. 40%. I've been wearing out that DJT, hadn't I? Look at that, 10 to 14. Now, Chuck would have told you this. He should have told you this. My best months of trading, year over year, go back 5 years, go back 10 years, go back 20 years. You'll find my best months of trading are October, November. Do y'all believe that when you hear it? When I tell you that's my best time, I guess it comes together for me. I believe it because I look at my account, but do y'all believe it? Susan just opened another account. I'll give you a link. You can do that. She got restricted for that pattern day trade stuff. She needs to do it. You can get another account open that quick. Now take a look at that chart. Average return on month, October, November, December. Now let me ask you a question. When you trade, which one of the following would you choose? A stock that was cheap to buy, a stock to buy that was more expensive but making highs. Which one of those two would you pick? B's the right answer because it doesn't matter how high the stock is. You take the dollar amount. Think in terms of dollar amount. Here's one for you. A 70% accuracy with lower risk, or a 50% accuracy with bigger gains. Which one would you choose? A or B? I would choose A. Risk is the key. Controlling risk in your trades is the key. Here's one. A process that requires discipline, or just jumping in there on news and hoping you can catch a ride. Which one would you choose? Got some smart people here. Now, folks, what I describe is what I believe has been the most disciplined program I've ever been involved in. And it's perfectly set up to take advantage of these hot months we're about to start. We call it the power play strategy for the month. Now, I will tell you the power program, I'm so proud of it. You know, it teaches you, like I said, the criteria that you need that needs to be second nature. Let me ask the question a different way. How many of you want to learn how to really get good at trading options? I mean, really good, where you're better than everybody that you deal with, even the people that's telling you what to do. The power program delivers because it goes through the step-by-step way to do that. Another advantage is you only have to pay attention on Tuesday, so you don't have to do it all week. You just have to dedicate about 20 minutes on a Tuesday. Here's how it works. On Tuesday morning, I go with Jeff and I select 5 stocks that fit the power metric. These stocks are delivered to you no later than 11 o'clock Eastern time. Once they're delivered to you, the clock starts ticking. Within 3 days, you're going to win, you're going to push, or you're going to lose. But you know all those answers Tuesday at 11 when we pick those stocks. Some of the stocks on power never trigger, but you got 5 choices. This week's power pick was BRK. We went long. We made 16%. Now, how many? Let's just stop there. This one out of the 5 triggered. If you put 10,000 in this particular option, you'd made $1,600. Pretty cool, isn't it? All you got to do is pay attention when it sets up on Tuesday. Look at the background of Tuesday power plays. Stocks sell off on Monday, go higher on Tuesday through Friday, especially during the months of October, November, December. Check out this report. It all goes way back to 1927. The returns of the week by day, as statistically accurate because they tell you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are more positive. Okay? When we first discovered it, I began to work with Jeff and John to create an algorithm to find us the strongest and weakest stocks to look for on Tuesday. That's exactly what I did. And I got it, and we use it. It takes all the factors that make up the method and they roll it into the power zone, the trades that work. The study for specific entry and prices, making Monday to observation. I know you've heard me say I like to get my numbers on Mondays. I do some trading, but I like to get my numbers. The high and low stocks I'm interested in. And the results from the power algo have been outstanding. Here's some other trades recently on power. 22% on PepsiCo, 20% on Musa, 17% on XLE. These are name brands that we go with. 15% on American Express, 28% on Schwab, 34% on COP. Those five there, if you put $1,000 in it, add up the money. I don't know why, if you want to get good at trading options, you don't go to the source to learn how. It's right here in this program. People love it. Service makes Tuesday his favorite day of the week. Oh, Alan likes Tuesday. Patience. It will teach you patience, education. I got a lot of master classes associated with it that you can watch. The amazing insights that I give people to set up their week. You go to Sunday night on the plan and you take it over to Tuesday and you start taking advantage of it. Whitney loves the fact she found me. She's in Power Plays. She's singing, singing, singing. Bill said, been a member a long time. No brainer. Join. Now, there's ups and downs. There's always winners and losers along the way. But what's important to me is that we have some very satisfied customers. Now, it's what you say by being a customer. After one full year of trading the Power Plays, S&P entered on that day would be down. Tuesday Power Plays returned over risk is 100% return on what we risked when the S&P fell. Pretty cool. In my opinion, the power algos, my experience and using the approach teaches you how to trade options. Now think about it. Imagine combining the power of the unique market insight right here with a algorithm that tees up these five stocks. And now we're moving into the hot months, the best time of the year, October, November, December. Join us. We're opening it up tonight. I think we're opening up 50 slots. So I'm going to tell you, when he drops that link, you better take one because they got it priced. It's unbilled. Tuesday Power Plays. It's in a league of its own. Let me explain how it works. Every Tuesday morning when the odds are right, I'll send out 4 Tuesday Power Plays. You get the entry, risk, management, stock, where to get in, all the data. You got straight calls, you got spreads, you got puts, you got everything, and you choose which one you want. It's for everybody that trades options. All different type trades are issued on Tuesday. Brand new trade ideas in a single week when odds are in our favor. You listen, learn, and watch. You never miss a beat. The Power Play portfolio teaches you how to do this beyond Tuesday, and you can follow the power algos each and every week. Now, as a new member tonight, you get some training along with it. The subscription contains over 35 hours of live market education. Important education by watching me on Monday, get my numbers. Tuesday Power Plays Masterclass where you learn the details of the strategy. Flash meetings from time to time when we got things to talk about, especially if you got a spike in volatility. The power plays include strategies that apply to markets to help you whether the market's going up or down on a Tuesday. Make everyone get off to a right start. We'll put together a hands-on 2-week kickoff plan. To back up what I say, we're including a power play guarantee. If you're not satisfied with the subscription, give your money back. I don't know why anybody would want their money back. Most of those people never make money because they can't make and have the discipline to stay to see the system work. Now let's talk price. Premium service that trades 40 plus times a year every Tuesday. Market's in our favor now. 2,000 more would be fair. And that's exactly what we brought it public at, about 2,000. But right now, I want new members in there to enjoy what old members are enjoying. So I've lowered the price to rock bottom. Let's take advantage of it together. I want to stop on this slide for a second and give Adam a chance to drop the link because we're only going to take 50 at this price. The suspension, that is the lowest price it's ever been offered at. You better take it. 50. We got a big crowd here tonight. Got YouTube people hearing me for the first time. Come in. And if you want to convert it to VIP, don't miss it on your checkout. I'll give you a couple minutes to get there and get one of those spots. If it starts rejecting you, put your name, email, and phone number in here, and I will let you sign up tonight beyond the 50. Okay? If it starts rejecting you. First 50 get action, they get it, they get power. Next week, will somebody tell me what next Monday is, date-wise? I'm just asking. What's next Monday?
Monday the 21st.
And what day did I tell you all month long was the time to rock and roll?
The 21st.
21st. That's the pivot day. Tuesday's when we do the trade. Perfect planning. To make sure you don't wait too long, miss out this opportunity. Make sure you don't wait too long and get it. Type yes in the chat if you're ready to be part of this. I want to know you joined. Glenn says, get ready, Freddie. Drop the link, Adam. Oscar's in. Good. There it is. 1 year, $597 for the first 50. Let me answer some questions. Will you have training? Absolutely. I always train new members, and old members get to attend at no charge. A lot of resources available in this program for you. Frank's in. Thanks, Frank. We got the slots are going. All the resources under power. It's in the members area right there. We're always trying to improve. You know that. Let me answer your question. 1 year, $597. Wow. One of my customers just said, Mr. Bodie just said it's really better than what he's saying because he teaches us how to run it. That's right, the runners. Thank you for posting that, Mr. Tribodi. Karen says, T-Buzz, you're doing it again. I can't believe you put in that low price because you know they'll probably scholarship in the first month with a home run. Especially after October 21st, it ought to be good pickings. Good pickings. And what I like about it, Karen, is if you want to learn how to be a great option trader, This will do it for you. This will do it for you. Frank says I'm in. You know, when you provide what I would say scholarship opportunities in everything you do, people ought to be really happy about that. In fact, did y'all hear what I'm doing with my Find Time for a Dime and my 25-cent program? Did y'all hear what I'm doing there? I call it the bonus. The bonus happens in case it doesn't work out. I come in with the bonus to make the money. Pretty cool stuff. Berkshire was our star this week. I don't know if we'll have 1 or 5 next week. I'm not sure. I don't know what they'll be. But I can tell you one thing. We'll go through the criteria and follow it to the letter. That's the beautiful thing about it. Steve, when I say scholarship, what I mean is I give you an opportunity to make money early on because I do training that allows you to pay for your subscription. So then you're on a free ride. January 6th, Frank, is the next, online it'd be next week. Yeah, Lyle, if you're having trouble completing the registration, you can contact Barbara at DTI Trader. Put your name, email, and phone number in there, and Andraka or Barbara will make sure they get you. But put your name online, email, nobody else will see it, and we'll make sure you get one of those spots. That's what I'd be worried about. James is in, okay. Is Kelly here, Adam?
Yes, Kelly is here.
Yeah, tell her Lyle wants to join. Yvette wants to join. There's a phone number. Put your email, Yvette. Paying off. When I told everybody I was putting Berkshire in my retirement account during that rough period in the market, you know, my target on Berkshire, and I took it off the roadmap, my target on Berkshire is 494 in December. Read what Carol said. I never thought I'd trade options, thought the stock market was evil. Now I can pay my raised property. She lives in California. My raised property taxes and expenses. She's retired and she no way to do everything unless she has income from trading. Thank you, Carol. That's awful sweet.
We missed seeing you, Carol.
We missed seeing you. She had a problem with the hurricane getting down. You can make the next one. Carol, look at your schedule. We have one January 6th I've added. Not everybody knows that yet. Let Jeffrey know. Yeah, we only take up to about 10 people in those classes. That's all the room the audience would do. Thank you, Mike, for joining. Thank you. Yeah, and I think that here's what I think. And Mike, a lot of people have fears and stuff like that, but here's what I think. If you got somebody to guide you as you do this that's got to help you, don't you think? And that's what we try to do. Okay? That's what we try to do. Oh, Laura. Laura, where do you live? Carol says she's a new person after she took my training. Thank you, Carol. Put your phone number there, Mike, and Adam will take care of you. You got it? Anybody got any more questions? Remember, I kick off tomorrow in TNT. Sometime after 5, I'll give you the game plan of the day. Between 9:30 and 10 tomorrow, there'll be an income trade. Tomorrow is Thursday. I probably have a flash meeting tomorrow, don't I, Adam? Do I have one, you know?
There is not a flash meeting scheduled. You have a 2:30. Well, yeah, that would be flat. You have a flash market update / update on roadmap at 2:30. So
2:30 tomorrow on the roadmap.
yep.
Yeah, so 2:30 tomorrow, folks. I'll be on the roadmap, 2:30. That's what I got. So look, y'all have a good night. Look at what Carol just posted there, Adam. They ought to see what somebody that takes my education does. Look at it. She didn't know anything about the market. Somebody, you ought to repost that and let people see that one. Wow, way to go, Carol. That's training and education. That first slide, when I say will help you master, there's a perfect student giving you an example right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, folks, thanks for being with me. I'll kick it off with T-Buzz TV. Income at 9:30 to 10. That's about all I got, Adam. Get joined on YouTube. Way to go, Carol. See you.